Hi everybody, Jo Barker here from Tap Happy, along with my good friend and business partner Teresa Vergona, and of course Tootsie, who you can see behind me there. Tootsie is the latest member of our team, and Tootsie likes to come out and play when we're teaching kids how to tap. Okay, what am I doing here tonight after all this time? It has been quite a while since Teresa or I have presented a video. But at midnight tonight, of course, in Victoria, it's going to become mandatory for us to be wearing face masks. Now, there seems to be quite a lot of emotion around this issue. We've got those who are more than happy to comply and are angry because other people don't wish to. We've got the people who are angry at the government. We've got the people who have gone into a state of extra fear. We've got all sorts of concerns and issues about it, people worrying that it's going to be difficult for them to be able to maintain their energy during the day because they're worried about whether they'll be getting enough oxygen. Look, this is not a platform for people to air their grievances whatsoever. This is just a little attempt by me to help to lower some of the stress, regardless of what your issue is, but just to lower some of the stress around this mandatory wearing of face masks. Why lower your stress around it? Well, it's all well and good to be feeling exactly what you're feeling. You're entitled to your feelings and your emotions on issues, of course, but it's when that's starting to get out of hand and it's having an impact on your emotional health and it's raising your stress levels, that's when it's not so good. Stress raises our cortisol levels and in turn that affects our immune system. And of course at the moment we want to have the healthiest immune systems we possibly can. So why not let's do a little bit of tapping and lower those stress levels, ease some stress around these issues regardless of what they are and why they are. And okay, let's get going. So we'll begin by going through the tapping points again. For those people who've not done any tapping before, and if this video is new to you or if you haven't seen any of our other videos before, just very quickly, we always start on the side of our hand, sometimes known as the karate chop point for obvious reasons. From there, we tap on the top of our head, under the start of our eyebrow, the side of our eye, under our eye, under our noses, on the crease of our chins, and under our collarbones. You can do one hand, you can do two, doesn't matter, one side, both sides. Under our arms, ladies on your bra strap, and guys just across on the from your nipple line there. And from there, probably just in the last round today, we'll move to the finger points. So that just means tapping or just hitting, slightly pinching sometimes we call it, on the side of each of our nails, just where the side of the nail and the skin meets. And it's as simple as that. Of course, if you want to learn anything more about tapping, any of the background of it and what have you, you can go to our website, www.taphappy.com.au. Other than that, we're ready to get started. So perhaps closing your eyes and taking a nice deep breath in and out, and in and out. And keeping your eyes closed, I just want you to tune in for a minute on what your particular concern is, if any. If not, doesn't matter, you can join in, the tapping won't hurt you anyway. But if you have a particular concern or worry or any strong feelings around the mandatory wearing of face masks. Okay. Now when you figured out what that is, See if you can locate where in your body you're feeling that. It might be butterflies or something in your tummy. Might be a tightness across your chest or your shoulders. You might be able to feel that emotion in your neck or a heaviness in your head. There's no wrong answers in this, and if you're having trouble locating it, don't worry about it. You can just, tapping will work anyway. All right, see if you can take that a step further now and name the emotion, whether it's anger or fear or frustration or anything else. If you want to tune in further, you can try to give it a colour and a shape if you're really feeling where it is in your body. And now, most importantly, I want you to see if you can give that feeling a score out of 10. So 10 being the absolute worst you could feel. So it might be the worst frustration or the worst sadness or the worst fear. And 0 being the least. That's what we're aiming for. Okay. So once you've got that number and you know what your issue is, and especially if you've located it in your body, that's great. And we can be ready to start. Now, I'm keeping this really very, very simple tonight. So as I'm going through the tapping points, I'll be making some statements, but this has got to be up to you because I'm trying to cover a whole lot of different issues for different people. I'm keeping it general and you just focus in on whatever you're feeling, your concern, your anxiety or your stress is. Okay, so starting on the side of our hand as we tap. Even though, so just repeat after me. I've got all this stress in my body about the mandatory wearing of face masks. I love and accept myself and how I feel. Even though I've got all this stress in my body when I think about the mandatory wearing of face masks, I deeply and completely love and accept myself and how I feel. Even though I've got all this stress in my body when I think about the mandatory wearing of face masks, I deeply and completely love, honour and accept myself and how I feel. All this stress in my body, all this stress in my mind, all this stress about the mandatory wearing of face masks, all this stress, all this stress in my body, all this stress about having to wear a face mask, all this stress, all this stress in my body. Tapping on the top of your head again. Just focus in on that stress. Whatever your personal stress about all of this is, whether it's focused on you or whether it's focused on others and the way that they behave. all their choices. That's causing you stress. All this stress about face masks. All this stress. All this stress about wearing face masks. So much stress. All this stress. Back up to the top of your head again, and I just want you to be saying quietly to yourself, all this, and then whatever the emotion is. So it might be all this anger about face masks. It might be all this sadness about wearing face masks. It might be all this fear. Just keep repeating it. And again, repeating it to yourself. All this, and whatever it is, I feel it in my body. All this stress. All this stress about wearing face masks. All this stress. All this stress. All this stress about wearing face masks. But maybe it's time to let go of some of this stress. Maybe I can give myself permission to let it go, even just a little bit. I wonder if it's safe to let it go. I wonder if I can let it go. All this stress. All this stress in my body. I acknowledge it. And I can start now to release it. I can release it easily. I can release it gently. I can release it effortlessly. I can choose to let it go now. And it's safe to let it go now. Okay, so closing your eyes and taking another big deep breath in and out, and again, in and out. Okay, and with your eyes still closed, see if you can tune into that initial thought and feeling that you had. Has it changed? Has your number gone down a bit? Hopefully it has. If not, that's fine. It just means that you've got some more tapping to do on this issue. So you can revisit this video anytime or have a go at just doing some tapping yourself, whatever's easiest. I think it's a very good practice to go through at the moment, particularly if we have very strong feelings towards other people and what they're doing. It's time to be showing everybody a little bit of kindness and understanding, I think, and just knowing that we're all under extra stress, and not only should we be looking after ourselves, but we need to be looking after others too. We're all in here doing the very best that we can. So I hope you've enjoyed this video tonight. Please come back to it anytime, share it with your friends. If you are in need of some extra help, Teresa and I are available for online appointments only at the moment, and you can find out more about us or make an appointment for a one-to-one session by visiting www.taphappy.com.au. Thanks again, everybody, and good night. Bye.